Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll continue our building a database, and today we'll try to define some relationship among the tables. So adding record to a new table. So um, let's start adding record to a table. Now let me start the database, and now the database is up. We can go to the billing document. Okay, and now I want to see my data. So we have a data available here that I need to add. So let's type the first records. Okay, and then we will see 35801, and then 1527 is the, and then 11/12/2015 is the date. So one second, there's a font problem. So 11/10/2015, and then we have $100 and office visit. Okay, and this is paid, yes. Now we already entered the record. Let me copy paste just to save the time. So I can select from Excel and I can paste in here. Remember one thing, if I'm in this column inside the field and I try to paste, the text is too long. So the best practice is press escape, cancel this records. Now select the row, the whole row from this part. Okay, you select it and paste it. Paste from here or Control V, no problem. So it will add 3 records into the database. So this is one thing that we need to do. Now let's see what's the next step. Okay, we will try to import data from an Excel sheet into the billing table that we created in our previous exercise. So let's go. So for that matter, we need to close this. Okay, make sure this is closed. Now I can go for external, and I'm trying to import from Excel. Okay, so let me copy paste the path for the Excel. There you go. And now I can, from this path, I have a file called invoices. Click open, and now I want to append. Okay, I want to append into a billing table. Okay, and now if you see, this is the invoice. That if I can, you can see this one as well. You see we have 4 records here. This is, we already done this part. Okay, so we don't need to this one. We'll go for the invoices now, and this has the heading as well. Okay, go for the next, and you see it picked automatically. It says yeah, there's a top, we have the headings. Okay, go for the next and finish. Now this will import all the Excel records into the billing document. Let's open it up. Before we were having 3 records, now we are having like 204 records. Go to the bottom, control end. Control end will take you to the bottom. Control end, there you go. Control home will take you to the beginning of the records, first records. Okay, now let's close this one, and we'll try to create a table structure from another database. Okay, we have another database, and that has a patient table. So I want to only get the structure of the table. So let's, instead of going for the table and table design, create and table design and create the patient table and all the fields, no. What I can do is I can go to the external data, I can go to the database, I can pick the Kelly database, and from here I can get the definition of my table. So import, yeah, that's fine. I want to import the patient table. Okay, but before I go for OK, I want to say I want the definition only, not the definition and data. I don't want the data. I just need the definition. Yani all the column names and their properties and their data types. I just want to inquire that one, import that one. So I can click OK now, and OK. So it takes some time, but now it comes quickly. So patient table is there. So I can open it up. You see here. So I got a table. Let's see the database design view. So I have a patient ID. Okay, the size is 5. Short text. The title is there. Last name 25 characters, and the first name is 20 characters, and date of birth and phone and email. So I do have all these properties, and the data types and the field names are available, and I imported this. Let's open it. There is no record, so we only imported the definition of the table patient. Now I want to have some more columns like address, but I want to have address before the email. So what I will do is I'll click on the email. So I should be able to insert more columns before the email. So I can go to the fields, and you see here, this is a more field column. I can click on that more field button. Click on that, go down, and the quick start, I have an address. Click on the address, and you see that it added the address before the email. So let's go and see what is the next step. Okay, it says that remove this field. Okay, so we can remove this column. What is that? Delete. Click on that and it is deleted. What is the next one? By the way, I can go to the design view and I can delete from here as well. Okay, so there are different ways that you can delete. Okay, the title need to be deleted. Click on the title and click on the delete row. Fax, county, select shift and down arrow key. Shift and down arrow key you can select. Fax, county and node, delete it. So click on the delete. It will be deleted. Okay, the state, province, rename it. Rename it to state. Zip, postal, rename it to the zip. And by the way, the data type of the phone, do we have the phone here? Yeah. The data type is number. No, we don't need the number. We need the short text because it is not for the calculation. And the size is not 255. Size is 14, man. Size is 14. There you go. So we are modifying the fields. Okay, let's see the address. What is the size? No, we need 35 only. How about the city? It is 35. Oops. What is the city? City is 25. How about the state? No, we need 2 because we have 2 alphabets for the state. Zip is for the 10. Email, that's it. Email is okay. Email is 50, no problem at all. And secondly, for the address, this caption is same as address, so I don't need it. The city, oh, it is same as the field name. We don't need it. State, province, we don't have any province. And if I remove the province, this state is same like the field name. So why we need it? Remove it. Zip, there is no postal. Now zip, we don't need it because we have the same zip here. And that's it. Let's change the caption for the last name. Okay, because we don't want people should see last name together. We want a space there. And similarly, in the first name, you have a caption for the first and name. Birth date, we need a space. In the caption, we need a space, birth date. So that's it. Now we can save. We can save the database. We can save the table. Now if you see, so we have the fields and we have the captions. So if I just go for the, you see here, now I can see the captions. Wherever there is no caption, it will display the field name. But where there is a caption, it will display the caption. Now let's go for the next. Okay, in the patient table, we have a state. I want to give a default value. So one way is, maybe let's see the default value, okay, for the state. We can go to the design view, and for the state, you can write down the default value is CT. If you type like that, it will put the apostrophes, quotation sign, because it is text. That is one. So the default value is CT. Now we would like to enter the records. Let's go. And you see here, by default, the CT is there in the state. You see? So I can select all of them and I can double click and then I can bring it back. Now in the patient ID, I can type 22533. This is last name is Roy, and then we have a Christina, and this is 12/5/1941. Phone is 8605. I can just type 5225920 and 27 Tracy. Code city is Windsor, Connecticut, and the zip code is 06095. Email is c.roy@example.com, and that's it. Similarly, I can go for another records, 22500, and this is Aziz. The first name is Tariq. Date of birth is 2/28/1994, and the phone number is 860-938-2822-11 Driscoll Drive, and this is Hartford, Connecticut 06604, and the is T Aziz at example.edu, like that. So that is how we added some new records. Now I want to import records from a file. So what we're going to do is just save the records and go for the external data, and this time we'll be picking a text file. So the text file is patient. Okay, click open, and where do you want? I want to open into a patient table, so append a copy of records to the table. Click OK, and now you see that. Is it a delimited? Yeah, delimited with comma. You see every column is separated by a comma. So because of this, I selected delimited, and I have to select comma here. If I select tab, then we are in trouble. If I select semicolon, I am in trouble. But if I select comma, then it will properly distinguish all different columns. So I can click on the finish. Now if you see, I can double click on the table, and you see I do have a Tariq records, and then I can go down and we have 51 records. You see here, 51 records are there. And where is the Roy? Let's see, here you go. Here is the Roy Christina. Okay, that is what we entered. Now we will create a relationship. Now remember, relationship is very important, because if you see patients making the visits. Now, for example, we have a patient who visited like 22522. Let's see how many patient he make the visit. Let me go to the patient, and I can control F and see. I have to be in the current field, then I can find it out. You see here, Li Si Yang, visited the doctor for allergies. Okay, so that is how so patient is related to the visit. Now if you see, we are having patient, patient ID here and patient ID here. So let's go to the design database tools and relationship, add patient and a visit. Now click the patient and drop it onto the patient in the visit table and say enforce referential integrity. When you enforce referential integrity, actually you are making sure that we must have a patient before it goes to the visit. You understand? It will never happen the patient comes here and there is no record for the patient. No, that is what we are trying to enforce, referential integrity. And secondly, I want to say, if I change the patient ID, it should be changed in the visit ID as well, in the visit table as well, this patient ID. So click or create. Now if you see, it says that one patient can visit many times. Okay, so one patient can visit many times. So this is my relationship, and it is referential integrity is enforced. Yani we will always have a patient before he make the visit. So click save, yes. Now I can open the patient and you see the plus sign now. And let's see the Tariq. Did Tariq made any visit? Okay, Tariq made a visit like for the migraine. Okay, go for the next. So you will see that we are not having any records in the, you see this guy, he visited 2 times. For example, in this, now is it possible I can enter 8765 patient ID? No, I can do that here. But how about in the visit? Can I do something like that? 8876 visit ID. And how about this one? 8876. No, it says you cannot add a record for this one because the patient is not, this patient ID is not available in the patient. That is why it is stopping me from creating these records. So this is what we call enforced referential integrity. So I can, so that is what we have for the table relationship. Okay, and you see here, I got another trouble now. So remember, if it is a relationship one to many, then it means that we must have a patient before it goes for the visit. So that's it for today, I think. Inshallah, in the next lecture, we'll talk about some deleting records and sorting and filtering. Jazakumullah khair. Kafara majlis. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.